Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Slow Customs. Now, you might be wondering, Slow Coach, why aren't you on the work set? That's because this custom won't fit. And speaking of which, here's the custom. It is Beresford. Now, Beresford was first seen in the movie Journey Beyond Sodor, and then a few episodes after. I believe he's now just been introduced into All Engines Go, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, let's get into it. Now, the main body shape for Beresford was inspired off of Nick TF89's and another person I can't remember the name of. But I just kind of combined the two, and it turned out to be like this, which I think is really good. Now, he's a little inaccurate, because technically on the back here, it's supposed to extend out a lot more, but I don't know, I just decided to take my own creative liberties on this, so, yeah. Let's start at the base here. Now, the main base for Beresford is made up of a off-brand support piece that I've had. I had it for, I think 5 years, and it's just been sitting in my support drawer. So I just figured I'm never going to use it in the series, so I'll just use it as Beresford's base. And I think it looks kind of nice. It could be a little cleaner, especially on the insides here, but oh well. Now, the main wheel blocks are just support pieces from a off-brand building. Just took those off, cut them down. I actually had to glue pieces of cardboard onto the ends here to extend it out because the support wasn't long enough. So yeah, it looks good. The wheels for Beresford were taken off of a off-brand bogey truck, just because I didn't have any other wheels, and technically I accidentally broke it, so it just kind of worked out. Now moving up here, the main slope shape is just made out of pieces of cardboard that was hot glued together. It could be a little cleaner on the sides, but oh well. Speaking of which, the ladder for Beresford is made out of toothpicks and just painted with red on the side. So, yeah. I could have made the glue down here cleaner, but it does its job. Now, the main body part here is just cardboard painted red with white hazard stripes. Now, technically, he has them all around his body, but I didn't think to add them just because, I don't know, I kind of like the look of how he is now. So yeah. The main cover portion for his turn-in mechanism is just a clear tube that I had just painted in blue. So, yeah. Speaking of which, how he's able to turn, if I'm able to get him off here, he's able to turn with a Lego rim piece. I just had to shave it down so the piece doesn't stick out too much. And on here, it's just a simple clip piece that was glued in. The glue might look a bit messy because this wasn't my first attempt to do this, because I had to switch this out because the first one that I cut was too skinny. So, yeah. And he just snaps on pretty quick, or pretty easy, just like that. And he's able to turn, so it's nice. The ladder was also made out of toothpicks. I think this one turned out a lot nicer and cleaner just compared to this one, so, yeah. The base for Beresford is another piece of thick cardboard. Now, this is where most of the inaccuracies come in. Like, technically, he doesn't have a platform up here. But I just decided to add it just because I think it makes a little more sense to have the platform go all around his body for the doors on either side of him. So, yeah. The face is just a sticker face. I tried to find one where he was just smiling and like looking forward, but I wasn't able to find one, and I figured him looking down would have been more realistic in a sense, and it just kind of worked out, so, yeah. He has a yellow hazard stripe going across, so, yeah. Windows on either side, too. The back here is really shortened. He's supposed to extend it out a bit more, but I decided just to leave him like this because I thought he looked good, and this is kind of like my approach on Beresford, so, yeah. The vent piece is just a scrap piece of wood that I had. I don't really know where I got this from, but it's there. It sloped really nice, and it worked, so, yeah. The crane piece is taken directly off of a off-brand crane. I originally wanted to use the crane, but it was just the base was just too wide, and it didn't really look that good, so I just took the crane piece off of that and glued cardboard to the sides to give it height and to make it flat, so, yeah. The crane arm for Beresford is technically supposed to be blue, but I just think the gray looks nice, and I didn't really want to change it, so, yeah. It does still work, like if I just twist the knob, the hook is able to go down. The only bad thing is it doesn't go all the way down, and it just kind of stops right about there, just as it would reach the cargo, so it's just kind of a stretch. Yeah, it is also painted yellow because technically it was that blue. So, yeah, I'll just bring that back up. Ew, there's a piece of paint under here. I'm gonna have to clean that up. So, yeah. Just decided to make him because I kind of like Beresford. He's just a funny dude. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's Beresford. Hope you guys enjoyed this Slow Customs, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.